dedicated to southern and eastern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley, coming on a few minutes later than usual due to some technical difficulties, but we think we have everything situated now. Well, no surprise, the top story is weather, and we certainly needed a longer break from the rain than we got today, but it's not going to happen. Tonight through Sunday morning, 2 to 3 more inches of rain could fall, causing more problems in an already waterlogged eastern Kentucky. Meteorologist Kelly McShane begins our severe weather alert day coverage. Kelly?
Steve, we've been dealing with plenty of issues over the last couple of days. Today was a nice and much needed break from the rain. However, that rain is on its way back to eastern Kentucky. Let's go ahead and check on those temperatures right now. We are anywhere from the lower 50s to the upper 40s throughout eastern Kentucky. So it's not feeling too bad out there, but we have plenty of cloudy skies. Pinpoint Doppler showing a mostly clean sweep, plenty of flood warnings along those rivers. But you notice to our south and west, we are looking at more rain starting to approach the region. Satellite and radar loop, you can see thick clouds, few peaks of sunshine we had this afternoon, but that rainfall is on the way and it will be affecting us as we head later on into your evening. Rain break ends for today and it will return tonight. Heavy rain is possible along with the flooding potential. We are monitoring those river levels very closely. I'll have that full forecast coming up at about 5:43. Steve?
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Now, water is still rising along parts of the Kentucky River. In Estill County, the river is now more than 24 feet. That's nearly moderate flood stage. The water is up about 8 feet in 2 days. As meteorologist Chris Johnson reports, the river is expected to go even higher this weekend.
The rain has stopped, but the water keeps rising.
Afraid that we'll have to evacuate. We don't know what's going to happen.
Terry Dawes has lived along the Kentucky River in Urban for more than 30 years.
Last year, it got as high as my daddy's garage over here.
She's concerned about more rain in the forecast this weekend.
We get more rain, it's going to get bad. It's really going to get worse, I'm afraid. It's really going to be scary.
Upstream in Ravenna, you can see how close the water is next to these homes. But for the folks who live along the Kentucky River, they're not concerned about the rising water levels.
I don't see any problems with having to move the campers down here or anything getting in any houses. It usually takes about 30 feet before it gets into the houses.
Bobby Gentry is the unofficial expert around Birchwood Lane.
It's up pretty good, yeah. It's up pretty good.
He's lived along these riverbanks for more than 50 years, and he has a good handle on what the river may do.
By looking at the debris, you can tell when the river is still coming up because the debris is running in the center of the river. Usually when it crests and it stops raising, the debris will come to the side. So that's an indication that the river has crested.
Right now, Gentry and his wife are making sure their camper is in good shape.
Got a swimming hole up here right now, don't we?
Everything's fine now, but by Sunday, this place really could be a swimming hole. In Estill County, I'm Chris Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
With more rain this weekend, the Kentucky River near Ravenna is projected to crest near 30 feet by Sunday. In Leslie County, one community is on the verge of being cut off by water. A viewer sent us these pictures of confluence. She told us her home is surrounded by water and she cannot get out. Even more concerning, she has children. WYMT's Justin Case is out there this evening talking to emergency officials. He'll join us at 6 with how they plan on helping those families. Water levels rose at Carr Creek State Park as the heavy rain moved through Knott County yesterday. The lake had levels lowered during the winter, but check this out. The rain brought the water levels back up to normal. There was not any major flooding at the park, just some murky water. Heavy rain has caused a messy and dangerous situation in western Kentucky. A landslide in Hickman has caused the mayor to declare a state of emergency. He says several days of rain caused instability in the soil. This drone footage shows the Hickman First Methodist Church and other structures in the area that are in danger. A meeting where officials will give updates and details on their next steps in dealing with the landslide is set for tomorrow morning. One person is dead following a massive mudslide in East Tennessee. Here's the video out of Hawkins County. As you can see, a portion of the road is just gone. Crews are looking for anyone else that may be lost in the slide. Some people were also told to leave their homes. Several schools remain closed tomorrow because of the flooding threat and sickness. You can find a list of all those schools on WYMT.com and at the bottom of your screen. Bucking a stigma to get people help. Addiction Recovery Care and Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation are teaming up to bring another method of recovery care to the state's largest addiction treatment facility. WYMT's Will Puckett was on hand for day 2 of the training on what they call Core 12.
They are not sugarcoating it.
Medically assisted treatment, Suboxone, is a very controversial topic.
But they are also not shying away from the possibility of it changing lives.
When we look at what medical decisions mean, they are a decision between the person who needs help and their treatment providers.
Addiction Recovery Care is teaming up with the Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation to train their clinical workers in the Core 12 program.
What we know about the treatment models for opioid use disorder is that medications can be a vital component of the treatment.
That's why the two are teaming up to bring this new treatment model to those addicted in Eastern Kentucky to prove it is a viable option for a recovery program.
By having groups like ARC put all of that together in one place for the folks that they're helping, they're just integrating care and allowing the person to have more access.
Combining medical recovery options with clinical and peer support, because why not exert every option?
We can't have the opportunity for them to experience the miracle if we don't use every single tool available to us.
And bring hope to those who need it most. In Floyd County, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
We have more on the Core 12 on our website at WYMT.com. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30 in our Money Watch report, a recall to tell you about involving plastic straws.
We've had cloud cover that dominated our region. However, more rain is just to our south, knocking on our doorstep and going to be entering Eastern Kentucky. We'll have more on that in about 3 minutes.